To Toronto with the Art of Banksy this year, we've brought 161 pieces, which is the largest collection in the world. Well, for me, the most important pieces and interesting ones are the Mona Lisa. The Mona Lisa was unknown to the art world until September last year. And then we've got another piece which was completely unknown until last year when we put it on display in London, the UK, is the original flower thrower, which was made 7 years before the flower thrower that we know, Love is in the Air. And it was a very small painting, and it was a Valentine's Day gift to a former girlfriend of Banksy.
That was here, and he went with a grinder, and he took the original message off and then put this new message there when she gave it back for a COS. A lot of, like, you take someone's possession and money value, and which was very nice because there's a lot of stuff here that we haven't put on display. And because we had a huge space, that made it easy.
We've been talking about the exhibition coming back to Toronto for almost a year. The real preparation started 6 months ago. I work with 45 collectors. We know what the pieces are that they have, and then they keep surprising you. Like when this piece was acquired by one of my collectors, you get a WhatsApp and it's like, hey, I've got the Mona Lisa. But it's a half a year of preparations, and the last 3 months extremely intense because this needs to be transported from London to here in Toronto. Transporting art is complicated. Security, insurances, it needs to be really done very carefully because some of these pieces are absolutely unique, irreplaceable. That's a lot of logistics and a lot of planning. I've been producing and curating the Art of Banksy for the last 8 years, and over the years you build up a relationship with collectors. It's a very big step for people to say, okay, take my pieces and send them halfway across the world and they're on display. But for them it's important that instead of on their wall or in a lockup, it's shown to the public. And it gets easier and easier because you build up a trust together. And we've been to 16 cities around the world, from Australia to Amsterdam. This is, the collectors also have a joy because the works get to be seen. And that exposure for their collection is special also for them. So it gets easier, but what makes it complicated is we're always in another location where we have to completely reinvent the wheel, the curation, because the building also dictates sometimes how you display the art. I'm very proud and happy with this, the way that we have it here in Toronto. London is our flagship and it's open right now. Basically at the moment I've got around 330 authenticated Banksys under my control, half of them in London, half of them here. We take it one step at a time. This is not something that you can just quickly roll out. It's a long process, and we're looking now for the next city, which will probably be in Canada. And we take it one step at a time. Toronto now is the focus, and we hope to stay here for as long as possible. If we don't go to another city, they go back to the collectors because it's their possession. Like one of the pieces is owned by the daughter of one of my collectors, and she wants it back if we don't display it. There's many sides to Banksy, and the side that everybody knows is the street art. The street art needs to be on the street and needs to stay there. This is art which largely Banksy sold to collectors. And it's to be framed, it's to be displayed, it's to be on a wall. And that's, in a way, what funds the free street art. That's one level of it. And we don't display any walls. We display only art which either has been given to friends of Banksy, which they kindly give us, or art which has been sold by Banksy to collectors. And they can decide, I want it to be for public display, which to our benefit, because like this work is in existence in its first version from 2002. Then in the second version, this is the version that you see here in 2020, but it was unknown and the people didn't know it existed. And so that's the beauty of this, being able to display it. I would invite you to come to the Art of Banksy in Toronto. It's the largest exhibition of real, authenticated Banksy art with a lot of personal touches, gifts that Banksy gives to close associates, to former lovers. And we have associates of Banksy who have video testimony. It gives you the closest you can get to the artist Banksy and his work, besides seeing it on television or in the newspaper. For me, it's always wonderful to see the visitors interacting with the art and making it their own. And one of the things I've heard is when people go, like, Banksy is a mystery, but then when they go through 161 pieces, the mystery, in a way, gets only bigger but more interesting because you have touched, in a way, been close to the art itself.